This is the story of Josh Eccles, a seasoned diver from Jupiter, Florida, who found himself in the middle of a daring and unforgettable rescue mission no one saw coming. Also, if you haven't already, make sure to subscribe to our channel and tap the notification bell so you don't miss out on real-life stories that inspire every day. In the deep blue waters of the Atlantic, Eccles came across a lemon shark in serious trouble. Helping a shark, especially one as large and strong as a lemon shark, sounds almost impossible. But this wasn't just any shark. This is a story about courage, kindness, and how one small act can change a creature's life forever. Before we dive into the rescue, let's get to know Josh Eccles a bit more. He's a local diver with Emerald Dive Charters in Jupiter, Florida. Over the years, he's earned a reputation for knowing the ocean like the back of his hand. His team respects him for his calm under pressure and deep understanding of the sea. "Josh just gets it," one team leader once said. "He doesn't just dive, he connects with the ocean." Eccles has been diving the waters off Jupiter for the past 5 years, and his daily routine is far from ordinary. For Josh, diving isn't just a weekend hobby. It's how he lives. He actually dives 3 times a day, every day. That kind of dedication has given him a level of experience few can match. Jupiter, Florida is known for its beautiful reefs, clear waters, and the wide range of sea life that lives below the surface. But the ocean isn't just stunning. It can also be unpredictable. Every dive brings new challenges and surprises. From sea turtles to schools of fish, and sometimes even sharks, divers never really know what they'll find. And even with all his time underwater, Josh had never faced anything quite like what he saw that day. Josh's love for the ocean runs deeper than just a thrill for diving. He respects the sea and the animals that live in it. After spending so much time underwater, Eccles has built a bond with the marine world, and he works hard to protect it. But nothing could have prepared him for the moment he saw a lemon shark in distress. What happened next would become a powerful test of his heart and courage. Josh has always been drawn to sharks, especially the lemon sharks often found in the area. They're strong, beautiful, and a little intimidating with their yellow-tinted skin and powerful build. It started like any regular day. The sun was out, the sea was calm, and Josh was getting ready to dive with his team. They checked their gear as usual, adjusting tanks and tightening fins. But something felt a little off this time. The ocean, usually a peaceful stretch of endless blue, seemed to carry a strange kind of tension. Josh couldn't explain it, but he could feel it. As they slipped beneath the surface of the Atlantic, he and his team became aware of something nearby. A shadow moved in the distance, larger and more purposeful than the other sea life around them. At first, the team figured it might be another diver, or maybe a curious fish. But then, Josh noticed something he wasn't expecting. A shark was heading straight toward them, and this wasn't just any shark. At first, Josh felt a rush of adrenaline. Seeing sharks wasn't unusual, but this one was acting oddly. It turned out to be a lemon shark, normally not aggressive toward humans. Still, with their size and strength, they can be intimidating. In the wild, lemon sharks are top predators. They're powerful, heavy, and tend to keep to themselves. They don't usually approach people, let alone try to interact. But this one was different. Instead of swimming away like most sharks do, this one kept circling Josh, gently nudging him, almost like it was trying to get his attention. Then it started bumping into him, not aggressively, but with purpose. It wasn't just a random pass. It was like the shark was trying to say something. Each time it bumped him, it rolled slightly to the side, lifting its head and exposing its belly. Josh was stunned. Sharks don't behave this way. He immediately knew something was wrong. The behavior was strange and unsettling. While sharks can be curious, they rarely act this boldly. Lemon sharks might brush past divers now and then, but this was more than that.
It swam by me. It would bump into me a little bit more. They always bump into us, but they don't bump into us that frequently.
They don't bump into us that often, Eccles told WPBF. This was something else. He shared with CBS News that the same female shark kept coming back, bumping him gently, then rolling to show her stomach. It was clear. The shark wasn't just swimming by. She was trying to communicate. But what was she trying to say? Then Josh saw it. Just beneath her belly, something shiny caught his eye. His heart sank. There, lodged deep in the shark's skin, was a large hook. It looked old and painful, buried so far in she had no way of removing it. Who knows how long it had been there, every movement causing her pain. No wonder she was behaving this way. The shark had no way to help herself. But Josh could. She kept rolling toward him, lifting her belly like she was asking for help. She kept showing me the hook, Eccles said. It was honestly scary. But I knew I had to help her. Later, Josh explained, it was one of those moments where you don't even think. You just act. Back on the surface, Josh's team watched with quiet amazement. They'd seen plenty of sharks during dives before, but nothing like this. This wasn't a typical encounter. It was like she knew Josh was the one who could help, one team member later said. It was incredible to see. For Josh, helping her didn't feel like a choice. It felt like instinct. As he got ready to try removing the hook, he knew this could be one of the hardest things he'd ever done underwater. The hook wasn't small. It was big enough to have caused a lot of pain and damage. His first move was to gently reach for it, but the moment he tried, the shark quickly swam away. It was heartbreaking. She clearly needed help, but she was scared. She wasn't ready to let Josh close enough. Once the shark had calmed down enough to stay near, Josh gently placed his hand on her head to keep her steady. He had to get a good look at how the hook was lodged and figure out the safest way to remove it. The challenge was real. This shark was way bigger and stronger than he was. Josh was determined to free the shark from the pain it had carried for so long. It wasn't easy. Every tug felt like a struggle against the sea itself, but he never gave up. With each careful pull, he felt the shark growing more calm, more trusting. And then, finally, the hook came free. It had taken several attempts, but Josh did it. As it came loose with one final tug, he was stunned by its size. The hook was nearly as big as his hand. No wonder the shark had been so desperate to get rid of it. She had been living with it for far too long, and now she was finally free. Thanks to Josh. He believes the shark may have swallowed the hook more than a year ago, and over time it had worked its way outward, becoming lodged in her belly. There's no way to know exactly how long she'd been suffering. But today, because of one diver's patience and courage, she was free of it for good. And then something happened that none of them could have expected. As if to say thank you, the shark swam back toward Josh and his team. They had been filming the entire rescue, and right then they captured the exact moment she moved in close to the camera. It was like she was saying thank you, Josh said, his voice full of emotion. I've never seen anything like it. With the hook gone, they watched her glide back into the open water, disappearing into the deep blue sea. But the moment stayed with them. Josh and his team had filmed the whole experience, including the unbelievable moment when the shark returned, swimming gently toward the lens. It felt like she wanted to be seen, to show the world her freedom, her relief, and maybe even her gratitude. Josh had been diving for years, but this moment hit him differently. He had always loved the sea and its creatures, but this changed something inside him. It reminded him that even the fiercest animals are capable of trust, and sometimes they need help too. In a world where so many animals are struggling just to survive, Josh Eccles showed us what it really means to step up and to care. That day underwater gave Josh an experience few will ever have. It reminded him, and now all of us, that nature sometimes puts its trust in us in ways we never expect. If this story moved you, please give it a thumbs up and consider sharing it with someone who needs a little inspiration today. And if you haven't yet, Be sure to subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss an incredible story like this one. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.